Welcome, everybody, to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Today is Monday, October 7th, and we are very happy to have the three creators of the Bookshop, a Treasure Hunt, Shadow, Compass, and Quill. And as you can tell, they want to remain anonymous. I realize in my title I said meet the creators. I wonder if some people thought maybe you guys were going to actually be on. No, they still want to remain anonymous, and maybe they can tell us, go into a little bit by why that is. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us on your show today. We are excited to be here, and we really appreciate your support.
The primary reason we would like to stay anonymous is for privacy. Many people are passionate about treasure hunting, and some will go to the point of researching the authors and invade their personal life. Our hunt has nothing to do with our personal lives, and knowing anything about us will not give the hunters an advantage with our book. We are not strangers to the community, though, and hope our anonymity brings a little mystery and fun.
Okay, so the book dropped on Saturday, was it, right? Saturday or Sunday? A lot of people have them already. I believe, Saturday. You could order it off of Amazon on Saturday. This is the book. As you can see, a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. The link to order it, the Amazon link, is down below in the description, and also their Instagram, which is where they will communicate everything to everyone. And what do you guys want to tell us about the Bookshop?
It is incredibly exciting to be here on your show. The Bookshop started as a solo project for Quill, but when she felt like it was missing something, she pitched the collaboration idea to us, and we loved it. We created a fully armchair hunt with a treasure worth approximately $700. It is for sale on Amazon for $16.43. And you can follow us on Instagram, Quill Compass Shadow, for all updates.
Is that a clue? 1643? You get it pretty quick. I mean, we have Amazon Prime, but we got it within like 2 days. So there it is. The cool thing about this treasure hunt is it is fully armchair. So some people out there are like, there's never a treasure hunt in my state, or I don't want to have to deal with getting somebody to go boots on the ground in Denver, New York, or wherever the other treasure hunts might be. So this is totally armchair. You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to email in some answers, which I think this is the only treasure hunt in the dozen that we went over last week that is totally armchair. So let me ask this. When the hunt is over and you have a winner, and I'm assuming you're going to put out the solution, will you guys come forward and tell everybody who you are, or are you planning on a sequel and you want to remain anonymous?
InfinTM Books would like to continue on to create many future projects, perhaps with a variety of creators. So, we currently do not have any plans to reveal our identities once it is solved. But we are not completely anonymous. We wanted people to know they can trust that the hunt is legitimate, so we have disclosed our identities to the individuals promoting the hunt. This way, there is a clear level of accountability. So you guys, Jenny Kyle and Rob Jenner, know our identities. But, again, knowing our identities gives no advantage, as the hunt solutions have nothing to do with our personal lives.
So maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I mean, if this is a success, why not do a sequel? So I guess you can't really reveal yourselves if you want to do a sequel, right?
Like, you know how much work that is? You just say it like, oh yeah, just do it. I mean,
I can see it.
A second project is actually already in the works.
is a cipher solver required, like someone like Mike, or can someone like K-Pro, not too smart with the ciphers and things, can they solve it?
I think the question of how cipher heavy/advanced it is at the top of the list for most people. We made it our mission to include a variety of puzzle types, but the question made me curious as well. We took a look back and classified each of the puzzles, just to see if we actually accomplished the balance we had set as our goal, and 3/4 of the puzzles are not cipher-related. While we can't talk about the deliveries in the book specifically, I can share a little about how I personally feel about ciphers. I'm not a fan of the online decoding websites for a few reasons, but primarily because I most enjoy puzzles that are worked with a pencil and scratch paper. So when designing the hunt, we devoted a lot of time devising methods to shift the advantage back to working it by hand. Because we feel that it not only keeps those puzzles that do include ciphers at a skill level that the vast majority already have, but it also gives the searcher ownership of the accomplishment of cracking it. We hope our hunters will find the puzzles enjoyable, in addition to the story. We each contributed different ideas. In the end, the book came together in a fun way, and we are thrilled about that. We hope everyone enjoys the aha moments and that you have fun from the very minute you see the book.
So Candy asks, why does it sound AI generated? Because it is, because they want to remain anonymous. So I think people may know who they are if they were to come out. I mean, I think it's somebody in the
Right.
treasure hunting community. So they want to remain anonymous, and it is AI generated. And also, I wanted to ask, did you guys use AI for the book? Whether some of the pictures look pretty awesome, but were they AI generated, or did you use AI for the text at all?
We did use AI to create the base of some of the illustrations in the book, but we put our twist on many of them. The text was fully written by Quill.
Oh, okay. And is it true that there's basically 3 parts to the book, 3 things you have to solve, and it's one from each of you as far as the puzzle?
Yes, that is correct. We knew we had to create one cohesive hunt, but we also wanted to find a way to let our individual styles shine through. Too much compromise can end up diluting the individual ideas and creativity. For our partnership, the sweet spot ended up being each of us leading the hunt's clues in different sections, making the hunt more varied and stronger, while we all collaborated together throughout the entire process. Section 1 is quills, 2 is compass, and 3 is shadows.
Little
You're
cloak
welcome.
and dagger tonight, which is kind of cool. The quill, compass, shadow reminds me of Sherlock Holmes, so I like the whole kind of Victorian feel of it. So just wanted to say welcome everybody in the chat. We've got Denise, Mike N, Samantha. Samantha's got a treasure hunt out as well. Eileen, Billy Shaw Jr., K-Pro's here, of course. Tim, Candy, and Mind Games is there as well. So Copper Dan says, what's happening? Another treasure hunt. That's what's happening, Copper Dan. The Treasure Hunt Amusement Park is alive and well and busy in the month of October. So yeah, the bookshop. Let's talk about it for a minute. So on their Instagram, and I will share it right now, and please feel free to jump in with an answer at any time. But their Instagram is where you can go for all the info. And this is the treasure chest. And look, gold
I
bags.
need to get on
Gold
Instagram.
bags.
Damn it. Look at
Oh, they
that.
posted a lot.
Oh, yes, the treasure. We spent a good amount of time just thinking about the types of prizes we wanted to be in the chest. The majority of them are book-related or just cool historical items, and some gold is thrown in, because you can't have a treasure chest without some gold, right? The first prize we started with is the wonderful autographed copy of Masquerade. We thought that was really special because it's the book that started it all. There are 4 ounces of silver, including an engraved medallion for the hunt, 1825 Liberty cent, and a set of 1981 silver dollars and $200 in Utah goldbacks. There are other things like a vintage-style weathered journal, a small bronze magnifying glass, a codex, and some other treats added in. The large wooden chest itself is also really nice. All in all, it's worth around $700.
Oh, 700. Wow, that's awesome. And one winner will get this treasure chest and all the items in it. And remember, it's fully armchair, everybody. All you have to do is send in the answers.
That's right, Mike. We included a quick guide at the front of the book with instructions for finding any updates on Instagram, registering your email address for the hunt, and the format required for the solution submission. The solution submission is simple. Submit a single email with a photo and brief explanation of that photo for each of the book's 4 sections. So that's one email with 4 photos and a brief explanation of each. But remember, there is a limit of 1 email submission per hunter per 24 hours. And also be sure to check the rules section at the back of the book for all the details.
Which is nice. 24 hours isn't bad.
Now, do you hear back or you
They will
you only
not
hear back?
respond if it's incorrect. It's in the
Okay.
book as well. Yeah. So let me ask you this. Has anybody submitted an answer yet? I know the book just came out, but has somebody actually submitted a partial answer?
Nope, not yet. But it has been really gratifying to see the first excited comment about a cipher being solved. The biggest downside of being anonymous is not being able to create a dedicated group to the hunt. That's another reason we are so thankful for the Bookshop's Discord channel on Cowlazars' grand adventure. It has given us an invaluable window into searchers' experiences.
I would like to ask Bachelorette number 3 how long they think this hunt will last.
It is so hard to answer that. With so many smart people out there, it could be a few weeks or several months. We have included a lot of puzzles, and our goal was to create something that was tough enough to stick around a while, but also intuitive enough for people to feel like they are making consistent progress.
I have read about halfway through the book so far. It's a good story. Basically, it is a bookshop that a person buys, Emily, and basically there's a little mystery going on in the bookshop, and there's some interesting things they find out. Now there are 3 ladies in the story. I'm assuming the 3 ladies are you. Are you represented? Is it you 3 that are in the story? You put yourselves in the story?
Quill. The 3 characters are only loosely based on us. There are no real parallels. Shadow. I'm the one who brought the booze. LOL.
So I saw on Discord that someone got their book and said it's a little different than what they saw on Instagram. I don't know if they were, because you put the book cover out beforehand. And I've heard they're a little different, and maybe that's a clue, and the back. So is that a clue? Did they misinterpret? Or maybe you just can't say. I want to be fair to you if that's a part of the hunt. But somebody said it, and that'll be the first thing I do is go to Instagram and then compare it. I need to get Instagram now. But different covers is the question.
They definitely need to be solved, the front and back.
It could be like JCB. Maybe it was just an accident.
Nice.
Not a clue. It was just a typo.
Ooh, going to Amazon right now. Okay.
Everybody's saying Charlie's Angels. So that quill pen, it looks like a gun. It looks like the Charlie's Angels silhouette. That's funny. I thought the same thing before they posted it. Cypher, Charlie Cypher Angels. That's funny. Go watch Charlie's Angels Bookshop episode. I didn't know there was a Bookshop episode. That's good. All right.
Do you have any advice for searchers that are beginning and they're opening the book? We have a lot of new people because of JCB was kind of starting for a while and they were advertising. So a lot of people came in. They've gone a little silent, which is good for you guys because it gives an opportunity. But do you give any advice, especially to a brand new treasure hunter? Where do they start? What do they do? Type of thing.
Yeah, I think the best advice is to keep an open mind and an eye out for patterns. There are puzzles created by Quill, by Compass, and by Shadow. You can read more into that than just our pen names. We've had a great time over the past 6 or so months putting together what we think is a good mix of puzzles along with the story. We tried to provide a mix of styles of puzzles throughout the book so that there is no clear advantage overall with any one particular method. We did evaluate each puzzle with an eye towards, will it be solved too quickly, or is it too hard? Hopefully, we hit a happy medium.
Are you going to share the solution once it's found and over?
And how are you going to share the solution? Because if you're going to give the solution to the whole book, is it Instagram? Or is it, if you thought through how you're going to do it.
And then the other one is, what other hunts have inspired you? So is there a favorite hunt that you have been involved with in the past? Because you guys obviously know the treasure hunting amusement park. Because you say Masquerade started it all. A lot of people think Forest Fen was like the first ever treasure hunt, which is just not the case. This has been going on for decades. So what's your favorite hunt and why?
And they have Masquerade in the treasure chest. So they know the first treasure hunt. Yeah. Right. But which one are your guys' favorite?
Enjoyed so many hunts, but among the top are The Secret, the treasure hunt guys, Beacon Star, and Cracked. I love the cleverness and unique design of each of these hunts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. Those are all good hunts, too.
So really cool we don't have an answer on that one yet. And a lot of people are going to want to know. Are you going to share the solution and how?
Yeah. Is that just going to be on Instagram or video? The winners
we will absolutely be sharing a complete solution of each puzzle once it's solved.
Awesome. Okay. An open invitation to come back on the show with the winners, of course, if you want to lay it out that way, too.
Thank you for the invitation. We would love to come back on with the winner and give a solution. You heard it here first. Once solved, the bookshop solution will be revealed on Cowlazars.
Yeah! Woo!
Candy says, can you ask them what inspired them to take the names Shadow, Quill, and Compass? Is that from a treasure hunt? Reminds me of Sherlock Holmes, but where did you guys come up with the names? I always say guys. All keys, Denise says. Quill, Compass, Shadow are all keys. That's a good question. Is Quill, Compass, Shadow in the book? Are those names in the book? I'm trying to remember.
Or do you need them in some way?
Yeah.
We decided to be anonymous for a couple reasons. People in the community have a history of delving a little too obsessively into people's personal lives at times and not respecting normal privacy boundaries. If there are families or children that could be affected by that, we felt it best to avoid any issues. The most important thing to remember is that our identities have absolutely nothing to do with the clues or any advantage to the solving process. Once that was decided, we thought, why not have some fun with it? After all, a treasure hunt should be entertaining, right? So the alter egos were created, and we set about creating some mystique to go along with it. Ultimately, we had to reveal our identities to a few of the people who were kind enough to share and promote it so that we could establish trust and accountability. But they have no advantage and are sworn to secrecy.
Okay, so I don't
Yeah,
think
so
you will. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it doesn't sound like it's a part of the clues. And so we have no advantage. We do know these are established people in the community. And I don't know who else they shared it with, but there's a few. So you can have fun with it of Shadow, Clue, Compass, and Quill, and are they Charlie's Angels or whatever, but there's no, someone asked earlier, is one of the puzzles trying to figure out who they are personally? No, they are saying no, that's no way. It is just more, better safe than sorry.
So I was thinking of doing a Zoom this weekend just for basic thoughts. People just got the book, just did an initial read through. Let's talk about it. So if you have the book, and again, you've got to have the book, but email me if you guys want to Zoom and talk about the Bookshop, a treasure hunt, maybe figure out where to start. Cowlazars@gmail.com. And yeah, I'm excited about the book. JCB's treasure hunt got launched, which is good. We've got this to work on now.
No, got delayed, not launched.
Delayed. I'm sorry. The launch got delayed is what I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. We got more time to work on this. And the cool part is because it is fully armchair. There's some people who can't go boots on the ground. There's some people who, won't go boots on the ground, and trying to get somebody else to do it for you and all those issues. So it's cool. Candy says, I admire them for creating a treasure hunt for the community, and I wish them the best.
In many of our early discussions, we were actually working on the invitation. And we really liked so many of the methods you incorporated into the book. And it gave us some great ideas about what we could do in this project. So in a way, you too pushed us forward in the process by having a current hunt to look at and see aspects for different ways we could put in the clues and puzzles. That's just another example of all the ways the two of you bring so much to the community, and altogether we are truly able to enjoy this hobby, both as participants and creators.
Nice. Well, thank you for mentioning the invitation, which is still not found here somewhere in Las Vegas, Clark County, Nevada, I should say.
Yeah, it's interesting because feedback that we've gotten is people getting those little wins. That's what you want. That oh, I solved this part, and so having a lot of different types of puzzles was really exciting. And some of them were easy, and they were intentionally easy to get those quick wins and get people excited. And then that's why they keep going and having the wide variety. We have word searches, we have crosswords, we have rebuses, we have lots of other things. So yeah, well, that's been a discussion for Mike and I to have, because I'll tell you, the story is almost all written, but we're debating a little bit of how to embed the treasure hunt, and Mike's just wrong and he hasn't realized it yet.
Okay, so
we love the aha moments too, and it was fun designing a range of puzzles. Thank you so much for the good wishes, and maybe once the hunt is solved, we can chat again with you and share the solutions.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, what Mike and I have decided, when the invitation is solved, I already have a PowerPoint, and we don't know if we'll do it live or pre-record it, but then just to make sure it is thoughtfully laid out, all the little things that went to, like you guys said, there's layers, describing those layers that everybody follows along. So if you want to do that here, because YouTube's an easier format, or whatever you guys want, we're here to support you. So.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you know what we say, everybody. Always support treasure hunt creators, because that just makes more and more treasure hunts, and all different styles, all different prizes, all different kinds. There's room for everybody. Okay, everybody. So that's the Bookshop, a treasure hunt, out now on Amazon. Order your book. $16.43, if I remember right. And also, we already got people saying they want to be on the Zoom this weekend. So remember, if you want to Zoom and talk about the Bookshop, you have to have the book. You have to have ordered it. Let's get together and talk about it. Maybe we can figure something out.
Well, and I'm going to go a little further. Try to also, what I'm going to do is try to get some areas that I see there's something there, but I can't figure out what. And maybe I'll say, turn to page 47. And what do you guys think about this? Or if you see an error or you see whatever, I know everybody kind of keeps it close hold in the beginning, but I don't. I like talking. So anyway.
Well, this one might be so complicated. It may take a group solve in order to solve it. You never know. But we have some very good people out there, solvers. So we'll see. We'll see as the days go on. Support treasure hunt creators. Shadow, Compass, Quill, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Thank you for answering some of the questions. We hope the book does well. And I hope me and K-Pro win. So I'll just be honest.
Well, and I will say, so on Thursday, we're going to have Chris Dotson. He did go searching for the secret, and he had about 8 people with him. We're going to talk about that. We do have another new hunt that is launched. It's going to be very much like Skydrop. It's going to be in the southeast is what he has said. And that will be added to the Dirty Dozen or the Delightful Dozen. I need to come up with a cool name. If you go to our Discord, the Treasure Hunt originators are on there. Whether they answer or not, we don't know, but that is where most of the discussion is happening. We still have lots of discussion on Forest Fen, even though it's been over for years. But we still, and JCB, I will try in the next week to ping their PR people and say, so what's the plan with the new date? Some people have asked about the hurricane, and is that going to change anything? So I will try to check in. I don't get a response sometimes, but I'll at least try for everybody, just because we have seen nothing in over a week. And usually, and I'm sure the date and the port strike is over at least for 90 days, but what are we looking like with all of that? So I know they've kind of gone quiet. I don't think anything more than just they're kind of probably replanning their launch. So Bookshop's here. This is awesome. Other treasure hunts. Go ahead, Mike. I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify that Chris Dotson will be on the show Thursday to talk about the 13th cask, the tribute, which has been out there for like 5 years and nobody can find it. Chris thinks he knows why nobody's been able to find it. And he is going to give his solution live on the show Thursday. So tune in if you are involved in the secret. Tune in if you have been involved in the tribute, the 13th cask. And maybe he's got some new information for everybody. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, everybody, and thumbs up. It helps us out on YouTube, lets us do more shows. And we will see you next time. We're also going to have the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt on Friday for breaking news. Hopefully I was okay saying that. So, yeah, we're going to go live Friday to do a little